Imagine a time when knights in shining armor rode into battle, banners waving, all in the name of God. The Crusades were a series of brutal wars between Christians and Muslims for control of the Holy Land. But behind the faith and heroism, there was greed, betrayal, and unexpected alliances. So, how did it all begin? Let's find out. But I'm just a mascot, what do you expect from me? Before the Crusades began, Europe and the Middle East were in turmoil. The Catholic Church held immense power, and Pope Urban II sought to unite Christian warriors under one cause. The Byzantine Empire, once mighty, was struggling after its defeat by the Seljuk Turks at the Battle of Manzikert in 1071. The Seljuks had taken much of Anatolia and controlled Jerusalem, making Christian pilgrimage dangerous. In need of help, Byzantine Emperor Alexios I called upon the West, unknowingly sparking a movement that would change history. In 1095, Pope Urban II called upon Christians to reclaim the Holy Land from Muslim control. His speech at the Council of Clermont inspired thousands of knights, nobles, and peasants to take up the cross and embark on what would become the First Crusade. The Crusaders, divided into several armies, traveled east through the Byzantine Empire. Emperor Alexios I Komnenos, wary of their intentions, provided supplies but expected the return of lost Byzantine lands. As they moved through Anatolia and the Levant, they faced starvation, disease, and constant battles against the Seljuk Turks. In 1099, after years of hardship, the Crusaders finally reached Jerusalem. Following a brutal siege, they stormed the city and massacred thousands of its inhabitants, both Muslims and Jews. The conquest of Jerusalem marked the peak of the First Crusade, leading to the creation of Crusader states like the Kingdom of Jerusalem. The First Crusade was an unexpected success, but it was only the beginning of centuries of conflict over the Holy Land. After the success of the First Crusade, the newly established Crusader states struggled to defend their lands. In 1144, the Muslim leader Imad ad-Din Zengi captured Edessa, the first major Crusader stronghold to fall. This shocking loss led Pope Eugenius III to call for a new crusade, the Second Crusade. Unlike the First Crusade, this new expedition was led by two European kings, Louis VII of France and Conrad III of Germany. However, their armies suffered from poor planning, starvation, and constant attacks while marching through Anatolia. By the time they reached the Holy Land, they were severely weakened. Instead of trying to retake Edessa, the Crusaders launched a failed attack on Damascus in 1148. The siege ended in disaster, forcing the Crusaders to retreat. With no major victories, the Second Crusade ended in failure, strengthening Muslim forces under leaders like Nur ad-Din, who would later pave the way for the rise of Saladin. The defeat of the Second Crusade showed that the Crusaders were not invincible. It was a sign that the balance of power in the Holy Land was beginning to shift.